I'm going to talk briefly about some issues that are facing the country today. People are debating them. But I'd like you to think about this before I talk about these issues. The only way to solve any of the things I'm about to reference is to change your belief system, to understand that you must have an underlying philosophy, or you will not have the keys to unlock any of the problems that we're going to discuss. And that philosophy has to be based on liberty. How much of it are you willing to surrender for your protection? We all know the quote from Ben Franklin, anyone who's willing to surrender liberty for the purpose of safety should have neither, paraphrased. So if you don't have a foundation in liberty, go out and find out what that means, because it's not party politics that fosters liberty. It is you as an individual, critical thinking member of this great nation. Your philosophy is the foundation that you will use to solve these problems. We're talking a lot about core curriculum in our schools. Core curriculum in our schools? What has that got to do with schooling? Core curriculum in a school is an attempt by the school system to control how you think and act in the future. Go find out where the school systems really came from. They came from 1830s Germany in an attempt to control the populace. And if you think I'm wrong, check it out for yourself. That's where we are today. We have a propaganda institution that needs data. Core curriculum is about data. It's not about teaching and learning or critical thinking. It's about data. And what does data do? Data allows you to declare you're a failure or a success. In this case, I might suggest to you they continually declare their failure. Now, why would they do such a thing? Because the only way to fix it in their minds is more money and more taxes and more servitude on your part. So with your core principles and foundations of liberty, you will be able to see through this idea that we need more statistics to justify the advancement of education while declaring it a failure for the purpose of asking you or forcing you to spend more money on their failure. Now, is it a failure? Not if you're progressive, it's not. Because you're going to put everybody in a tiny little box and you're going to decide how they should act, and you're going to propel them forward as they march like little soldiers down the street to the tune sung by the dear leader. That's core curriculum. As a member of the Metro Mayor's Caucus, that's 50-odd mayors in the metro area. The Metro Mayor's Caucus does not take a stand on an issue unless there's 100% consensus. Now, that was the case. They've changed it. Now you can have 5 outliers before the consensus. You can still build the consensus and issue a statement of support or non-support for a particular political position. Amendment 64 was a constitutional amendment in Colorado wherein the voters decided if marijuana should or should not be legalized for private recreational use. I was the only outlier on Amendment 64 and took a position that in fact we should legalize marijuana in Colorado. That prevented the caucus from taking a no position, which they had intended to do. Now, why did I do that? I didn't do it just off the cuff because I like to smoke marijuana. I don't. I don't care. But what I do care about, and I issued a 28-page research paper to the caucus, is the people who are dying on the border based on a war on a word that is completely specious. The war on marijuana, if you care to realize or dig into the problem, go do some research yourself, was started by DuPont and Hearst over whether or not hemp or wood pulp should be used to print newspapers. Think I'm lying about that? Check it out for yourself. You'll discover that thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people have died or been imprisoned for life in the 60s in Mississippi for a joint. And the whole thing was good old crony capitalism. So why in the world would we continue this charade? Back to your foundational principles of liberty. When you use that key to unlock a problem, you will discover once again, you've been had. We've been had. Take that philosophical key and unlock these problems and shut these people down that are stealing from us in the name of helping us. Throw them out. Use your key.
Listen to the old man. Listen to the old man. Listen to the old man. When you can.